For those of you who are new to the channel, welcome to Altiori, where we explore the weird, the fun, and the freaking bizarre. A while back I did some reviews on a very strange work of art, if we can call it that, called The Amazing Bulk. After reviewing work such as Velocipaster, Gator's Pond,
I'll give him that old big bass charm. I'll tell him what they want to hear.
apparently that wasn't good enough and you guys wanted to amp up the level of my suffering. I must say that this movie, this experience, is the worst I've ever seen. Well, I don't know. Birdemic kind of takes the cake. I think Birdemic and Bulk are kind of battling right now for the spot. Maybe that's something we'll do in later videos. Movie versus movie, see which movie's worse than the other one. I legit think there's actually a competition category for this. Now, for those of you who are not new to the channel, you know I already uploaded videos of this in the past, and it really gave me some severe form of PTSD. So this, in fact, will be my third time watching this movie. I tried to download the videos to modify them and put them back up, but I lost one because apparently YouTube now only has this thing where they allow you to download 15% of your video or not at all. I don't know what's going on with that. So this is going to be me regaling the tale of Amazing Bulk to those of you who are lucky enough not to have seen it, but you probably should, because honestly, if you were hoping for the full experience, this is going to be the first time I'm going through this. I'm not going to tell you everything that happens, and stuff happens. Oh god, so without further ado, Jesus Christ, let's get into this. The movie starts off like the opening for a first-generation PlayStation game called Monster Rancher, with a render of the globe that looks like somebody swallowed a blue marble and then spat it up, and then while it was wet, rolled it into a pile of dust bunnies. If you want to know what the story is actually about, you will not find that in this video. The video baffles the senses, so much so, with just the visuals alone, that whatever you could call a story in this movie just fades into oblivion. I think the people who made this movie used Comic Sans on purpose so it could look like a high schooler made this back in the 90s. I swear to goodness, I used to use Comic Sans all the time too, and then it just made me sick. I don't know what it is about this font. When you're younger, it feels like you're using water to make your words on screen, and then when you start to grow up, you realize that the person who designed this font must be a sadistic psycho, because everyone that I know, including myself now, feels like jumping off a bridge every time we see something written in this font. This is how you know shit's about to get real. So the first time I saw this opening, I was actually really excited. I thought it was going to be some kind of anime production, or at least something similar to anime. The world actually looks intriguing and very oil paint-esque until a GTA girl walks by and you realize that that's a real person in a world entirely made from green screen, even the ground. This is next level something. I don't know what it is, but it's something. By the way, if I start to get a little freaked out while I'm heading on to that area of doing the rest of the reaction review, please understand that it is PTSD. This is the third time I am watching this. The first time around, I had to separate it into two parts because I couldn't watch it straight through. Oh, I feel tired already. So this girl is the only human in existence in this weird gothic version of Sesame Street, and apparently, in one shot, what we think is supposed to be rain falling in a puddle of water, you look at the girl, and she's totally dry. Okay, so just so you know, there was no significance of that cat meowing. I also don't know why this audio track was brought all the way to the forefront. We never nor will ever see a cat in this movie, thank God. Also take note how much teleportation occurs in this movie. This girl is going down a long alley, she's totally alone. She stops to take a drag, and this random dude just magically appears.
Need a light? Why don't you suck on this instead? Come on. Don't act like you've never done it before.
It's around this point that I realize that there is a chance this should have been an other kind of movie. I don't know about you guys, but this just had adult entertainment just written all over it. Then something amazing happens. More teleportation. Suddenly, big purple blob suppository dude shows up out of nowhere. And what ensues is just utter chaos. Is that like a thing? Is that like a natural reflex that when you have a gun in your mouth that you scream when you see something? Like, to be fair, it is frightening, but, you know, you have a gun in your mouth. It's just, you know, whatever. Ah! God damn it, I feel so tired. So you drop your gun. Really, bro? And why did the gun transform into a revolver? You know what? Never mind.
Damn, boy,
We find out that intro that we just saw was not really the intro, but what transpired later. The real intro looks like what I think Bill Nye the Science Guy would see if he's totally tripping out. Captivating stuff indeed. The first half of my adventure is really one of the most bizarre adventures I've ever had, and I was so freaking stressed. From horrible green screen, to atrocious acting,
Who the hell is this?
to the countless change in art styles. Makes you feel as though you're watching 7 different movies or cartoons at once. Constantly have it being thrown in your face, and it looks as though you're watching a movie that was put together in Microsoft Paint. Can you understand why I was going insane when I was watching this movie? Jeez, just watching it over is freaking giving me palpitations. And the constant breaking of the 180 rule. Jesus Christ, my OCD's flipping out. Ugh, here's what I'm about to show you. I had forgotten about this. Oh my freaking God. One of the things that upsets me most about this, it's not just that they're in an entire world just completely CGI or green screen. You can't be in a real car. Okay, cool, whatever. I think what really made me shocked is the fact that they could not run real.
But you can't catch me.
Seriously, if you have OCD, like, if you have, like, anxiety, this probably isn't a good idea for you to watch. Because this is the 3rd time I'm watching it, and it is making me feel as though my blood pressure is steadily rising and spiking. Remember Teletubbies? Maybe people like Teletubbies, but I hated them with a passion. I wanted to kill them. And every time I saw them on the screen, I just felt so angry and betrayed. Why are they here? Do they exist to make us suffer? I feel like this is what this movie is.
Don't count backwards from 10.
Trust me, I'm trying. As my adventure continued, I saw Silver Surfer Seaman, Windows XP house with a coagulated GIF pool, people not lit properly, people not walking! Worst of all, thought the rat was the end, but animals that look like they should be put down right away if they came out looking like that in reality.
You need to stop everything. This needs to stop. Now. This is not okay. This needs to stop now. This is cancer. This is so much cancer that I can feel the tumors growing on my back. And it's way down heavy on me, and it's not okay. Just stop. Just stop it. Stop. No. Just stop it. It's time to stop!
And precisely around this point is when I lost my eternal shit.
It's pistachio ice cream.
And on that note, that was the recap of part 1 of the reaction review of this atrocity. Now, in good fashion, just like the movie The Ring, the only way that you can absolve yourself, the only way you can truly be safe, is for you to get a copy of this yourself and make somebody else watch it. It's even better if you can get a physical copy, because then when someone's birthday comes up, you can take the DVD and put it in another DVD case that they really want to see, or that they really want to have in their collection, and then when they put it in, it's already too late. tell them they have to sit and watch the whole thing, or the bulk creature will come in their sleep.
And come.
What the hell? What a bastard!
Stay tuned for part 2 of the adventure, where I actually watched it real time. Like I said, the first part of this adventure just went kaput. I guess it couldn't stand its own existence anymore and decided to disappear. So this is a retelling of the adventure. The second part that you're gonna see is actually when I saw the adventure. Or at least closer to when I saw it. If you want to find your way to this dimension, the links are in the description. Anyways, thank you for tuning in with, in this madness. I cannot talk anymore. This movie has killed my brain. Whatever. Stay tuned for the second part. Thanks so much for watching. This has been Altiori. You ask, we answer.